Results fans. We're here today to talk about a couple of movements. As coaches, we see sometimes can be mistaken or missed moves during whether we're in a boot camp or whether we're outside. So I wanted to take some time today to go through some of those mistakes that we see in movement patterns, give you guys some adjustments to make and some things to work on outside of class so that when we come in we can have fun and rock those movements. First one we're going to talk about today is side step up. Side step up, very common whether we're just stepping up into the car, out of the car, or in this case where you got a big old riser and we're looking to burn some calories in boot camp. So when we look at the side step up, we want to look at a bigger, stronger muscle, working us longer, and we'll talk about some mistakes that we see that kind of keep us from using some of those muscles. So first big common mistake that we see is overusing the knees and not using the glutes, not using the hip complex. So if we look at that, most people are going to step up on a big old step like this. First thing we're going to see is initiating that movement from the toe and getting up into the heel there. And then we're going to see that knee pop back out again, and we see that heel coming up and off. So a very common mistake that we see here. What we want to do in the movement that we are looking for is weight stays back into the heel. You can see how that hip shifts back and we're engaging a lot more into the glute there. Now most often we see that because that step is just too high, right? That step is too difficult. I'm falling down, I don't have control, I'm just really trying to survive and keep moving. So what we want to look at to get that perfect range of motion is we might have to go to a lower step, right? To get that heel down, if we can't keep our heel down, we're doing our best to sit back into it, we can't keep that heel down, then we need to modify to an appropriate step. So we bring you over here to this step here. Now for our side step here, whether it's a side step, front step, we're looking for the same technique, same mechanics, right? Remember, we want to get that heel into place. And instead of just driving up out of that knee, I want to engage back into the hip. So you guys can see from that angle, I've shifted back to get that hip ready, and I can push through weight into the heel. Step back down and push through. So kind of our movement pattern on the way down, if I pop that knee and collapse, look what happens again, right? So our way down is really going to show us our way back up. A lot of times I'll start steps from the top up. Let's talk about a step down instead of a step up. That way we can train that pattern, stepping down, seating into the heel, seating into the glute. I haven't lifted up and I'm using a bigger, stronger muscle. Another way to kind of help force that is giving ourselves a counterbalance. By putting this weight out in front of the body, I really want to shift my weight back. Right? So that counterbalance keeps me in that perfect technique. Again, I'm using a bigger, stronger muscle. I'm not going to overbear on my knee, and I'm going to burn a lot more calories from that. Hopefully you guys can get a chance to practice these, both inside and outside of class, and be seeing much safer movements, much better results. Thanks for tuning in this time, guys.